Whoop, 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 whoop. That's a crew call. Good day, good evening, a good night, good day, wherever you are. I just hope you're having a good one. Okay, let's get into this video. So this is going to be a second part of the first video about my dad. I told you I was going to be posting videos about a conversation that we had about him apologizing to me in my face in my house on my couch, lying to me, saying that he was going to whatever he needs to do to make sure that our relationship is healthy. So I'm going to be posting those clips in of our literal meeting. Something told me to record it. God told me to record the meeting. Because at the end of the day, it's time to be holding our parents accountable. Period. By the way, I do want to let you guys know I will be having a few of these black commentary screens of me having commentary of what I'm currently viewing in 2024, looking back at myself, reviewing those old videos back from 2021.
We on the clock because I got to get your brothers at 5. Let's pray first.
Now, what already sucks about the start of this meeting is the fact that I spoke to my dad. Well, I wanted to speak to my dad and have this conversation meeting with him one-on-one. He decides that he's going to bring my brother to mediate. I don't know. Listen in. Bullshit. Second, he wants to rush the conversation by saying he has my younger brothers to pick up after. Third, he prays to God that he listens to me. What does he do? Talk the entire time. Also want to let you guys know my brother is in the blue shirt, and in the video to the right of me is my dad in the mirror. He's sitting on my couch.
We had already left 840 North Hazel.
When I was born.
Pregnant, she was in Minneapolis with her mom and with her mom. And then you ended up being pretty much, you know, your earliest times was being at the shelter.
At the shelter. Oh.
And your mom and I being separated from one another. So when you came to the world, we planned to have you. When you came into the world with just your mom and me not being here.
So we planned to have you, but when you came into the world, you were just with your mom. Why? Because you, grown-ass man, wanted to go out into the world and venture and do whole shit. That is why my mother and you, were separated. When I came into the... And you know what? Not only did he want to do whole shit and cheat on my mother, yeah, she told me the whole reason why they were no longer living together, separated, and we were in a shelter because my fucking father was putting his hands on my mom while she was pregnant with me. That's what he forgot to leave out.
The time of, for you, things being a little bit more like what they were supposed to be. You know what I mean? Your mom and your dad were in the same house. But you...
Oh, how they were supposed to be. When things came back together, how they were supposed to be. For me. Mom and dad in the same house.
Child, and so the reality is you just feel whatever that is. You know what I mean?
Oh! I'm feeling the reality of the situation.
You feel that stability. You feel that.
So if you couldn't hear my dad, he was basically running down the timeline of the marriage that I was born into. They were separated due to his cheating and abuse. And I stayed with my mom and brother in a shelter until I was 3 years old. But when I finally moved in with him and my family, I got some sort of picture of what a family is and what it should be like, and the stability of having a family and being under one roof.
And, you know, like I was telling,
it made sense to me.
Like I told your brother, we had to sit down and apologize for not being there and just being selfish, just thinking about yourself and how this is not working out for you with this person who who you're with because of your own trauma. My trauma was my mama, and responding. Your mom was reacting to me out of her trauma, and I was reacting to her out of her trauma.
Now, I truly believe, because my dad went to school for psychology for 8 years, didn't get a degree though. He knows that his trauma from his childhood and my mama, when they went through their trauma, it affected their relationship. It affected their marriage. And mind you, they already had children together. So, yeah. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what you call trauma bonding.
Well, then where did that leave you for? Dealing with the consequences of us not saying, like I'm able to say now, there's marriage is tough.
Basically.
Your brother can tell you this. I'm in a space now where I fight every day to hold on to that marriage relationship because I understand my responsibility to protect your brothers, even from their mom.
Why this man keep on saying bullshit? Like, what you mean you gotta protect your sons from their mama? First of all, you need to protect your sperm and where you're fucking putting it in somebody. That's what you need to do, asshole. Because no one told you to divorce my mom and in 30 days create an illegitimate child and then marry someone new and then have kids with them, talking about you need to protect them from her. Are you dumb? No, you need to, you know what?
Even from their mom. You know what I mean? Even from my own trauma.
You can't do that.
And you got such an imbalance because, your mom was very protective, and so you got a lot of mama and not a lot of daddy. You know what I mean? Daddy is the boundary. Daddy is the line. Daddy is no, you can't do that.
The boundary?
Right? So you got
no, you can't do that?
Ability and all of this.
That's what daddy is.
Anger or sadness. And when you express your stuff, it comes out just like everything else. When you clean, it's excellent. When you act, it's excellent. When you sing, it's excellent. And when you get pissed off and tear up and burn up, it's excellent. You feel me? Because that's just your nature.
I felt that! Now that's some real ass shit that you said, Dan.
You feel me? Because that's just your nature. That's your personality. You have my passion all day long. You know what I mean? You got your mama's attitude.
I just want to point out before we get any further, y'all see how this man said, I have his passion, but my mama's attitude? One thing that I learned about narcissists, their image is everything. And if you have them looking any kind of way, they will not claim you. They will only claim you for the characteristics that they think that are positive, that they think that they gave you. But one thing about my mama, she don't have an attitude. She's a very strong-willed woman from St. Louis, motherfucking Missouri. Okay? Show her. She is from Show Me State. She doesn't have an attitude. She has gumption. Something that you, Faja, wish that you could embody.
You got your mama's attitude. And them two things together is tough. And then you grow up without the protection, without the security, without the things. And so you're right, that the protection piece is absolutely, it's my responsibility. It ain't got nothing to do with your brother. I own that. And I remember going off on my cousin Jerry one day about him not being there and doing these things for me because he was the only one that I knew in that role. But it wasn't his responsibility.
So you've been in the exact same position that I've been. How could you judge me?
It was
protection. It's all your fault. I didn't feel protected. You took responsibility for it.
It was the protection that we didn't get. And it was, feeling understood.
Misunderstood.
Based upon what you were doing. You know what I mean? Like, togetherness and closeness and intimacy brings familiarity.
Boy, what the fuck are you talking about? This man talk a good game, don't he, y'all? What he say? Familiarity and closeness and togetherness bring familiarity and whatever the hell. Okay, so why you not trying to get close and intimate? Because it's unfamiliar? Oh, okay.
Right? And an understanding. Without a relationship, there's distance and space. Without a relationship, there's distance and space. There's distance and space.
It's all your fault. I didn't you took responsibility. So as y'all can hear, clearly we don't have a relationship, or the relationship that we need to have as a father and daughter, because what do we have? Distance and space. You know that saying that says, when somebody finally leaves out of your life and you don't fight for them, or you don't even feel like they left, doesn't even, like, they didn't really impact your life to begin with. Like, he gives me them type of vibes. Like, I didn't even impact, like, nigga, when you created me and birthed me to a world, it was a fucking joke. It was a fucking joke. Period.
You and I have not spent time with one another. Right? I've spent more time with my time as I spent with your brother. You know what I mean? So we haven't spent, that. I spent more time with your brother. I think that and I'll just speak for myself. I won't speak for you. So that's important. Feeling understood is important. Like, this is what I'm going through. You know what I mean? This is what I'm dealing with. And, when you have parents who are dealing with a level of selfishness in their own stuff, they're not all together looking at their children and everything that they need, because they're not fully aware of their own needs. You know what I mean? As I've grown, as I've matured, I can hear you and I can understand where you're coming from. Probably. So you're right. You deserve to be understood. That understanding means that you do have that volatility.
Now listen, you guys. This man keeps on describing me as having a volatile personality. If you look up the Google definition of that word, I ain't gonna do that research too extensively on that word, but it means to blow up easily and unpredictably, for the worse. Now, if you truly feel that I blow up in a way that's unpredictable and it's for the worse, why do you call me passionate like you? Not only, why did you say that I do things excellently, including being angry, including, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you're trying to place this negative connotation on me to try and make yourself feel better at the end of the day. But if you really knew who I was, I wouldn't be unpredictable and I wouldn't be blowing up for the worse, because I have every reason to react how I react and feel how I feel, because you understand me and you know that you haven't been there for me. You know that you haven't been there for me how you should be, and we don't have the relationship that we should.
Like, I wasn't, when you do what you do, it doesn't offend me. You know what I mean? Because I do understand. I know who you are. And I get it. When you acted the way you acted with it, protection is that, again, that security and that foundation and that structure. If lightning don't have a conduit, what's it going to do? It's going to flash, it's going to burn up everything around you, right? Dad's created that conduit. And you didn't get that because of the amount of time that we did spend with it. So my hope was that we could make up for that. Well, there's still me being the dad and going, okay, I still have to hold my daughter accountable. But I need to deal with you with that understanding. Baby girl, you can't be snapping out this thing. But I get it. You know what I mean? I'm willing to take those licks.
How can I not be snapping out like that? How? That's who I am. It's my nature. You just said it. You trying to stop me from being who I am? Yes. Because you literally just said it's my nature to be a fireball naturally and to be excellent at it. Because I'm passionate and it came from who? You. It's right here. It's right here.
I understand that. So we communicate. And so when you blow up like that, because you're learning, and because you need to have that sense of the security, which, for a period of time when you was up the street, and you was like, Dad, I need this. Okay. You needed that. You know what I mean? You needed to have, you still need that. If you don't get it from me, you're going to look for it in somewhere else.
Period.
So, before I talk about anything else in terms of the Lord or whatever you want to do with us. So yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Everything you said about you need to be understood. You niggas know I'm calling you. I need this to be taken care of. I wasn't tripping over that. I was like, nigga, you came over here and didn't vacuum.
So because I didn't vacuum, you didn't want to fucking answer my fucking text messages when I said I need you. And so when I said fuck everybody, what happened then? Oh, you wanted to react off of my reaction instead of how you initially fucking treated me. Like a fucking slave. Like a fucking maid. When I'm your daughter.
I want to let you know that your volatility is not my issue. I like it. I think that what we need to do is we need to go on a date. We have to sit down with me and we need to have some one-on-one time where you lay that out. You know what you want. You're a grown woman now.
So when I sent him a motherfucking text message and asked him, yo, can you help me out with paying this rent and his motherfucking car note? Because he did ask me, I'm a grown woman, figure out what I want, figure out what I need. And yeah, he told me he had to replace his water heater or something. And then he said he was gonna ask my brother and So these are the text messages between me and my dad after we had the meeting. If you want to go ahead and pause the video to read through them, go right ahead. I was going to read the text messages, but that's going to be too long and too much. But basically, these are the text messages of him wanting me to make a list of what I may have wanted that he could possibly, provide for me. I asked him to pay my rent and my car note. He said he was going to pay my car note by the end of July, which he never sent the payment because when he told me that he couldn't help with my rent because he had to pay for his water heater or furnace or whatever, I did get upset and, basically just blew off the whole thing because it's like, you're full of shit, bro. You're full of crap. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to read through these text messages, you can, but that's basically the sum of it.
don't want to hear about nobody else.
Another problem that I've had, and it's been an issue.
Because trust me, there's probably nothing you can.
Oh, I don't want to hear nothing with nobody else, just me.
I promise you. But I want to hear it from you. What's the other issue? Spit it out.
You lying.
Okay. I don't know about a lot, but I have been known to tell a fib or two.
You lie.
Okay. So give me some examples. Let me make sure I understand that you have the dictionary definition of what a lie is.
As you can see here, clearly this man has a problem with gaslighting me. Did y'all just hear what he said? Let me make sure you have the dictionary definition of what a liar is. And if we were to look up that motherfucking definition, it would say Darren with your picture. Sick ass nigga. You know you a motherfucking liar. Stop. What this man genuinely doesn't understand, like when he opens his mouth and say certain things, he genuinely be surprising the fuck out of me. Like, nigga, what you mean pull out the dictionary? You know what the fuck a liar is? Everybody know what a liar is. With your fibbing ass trying to play it off.
She was 15 when she married my grandfather. She was a little kid.
So there's a cycle there.
It's a cycle, yeah. And so I don't want it to continue. So I'm happy that you were able to have this talk today. That would be fun.
Yeah, it will be fun.
This year?
Yeah. All right, baby girl, love you.
I love you too. Let's go out there.
As you can see from the clips, bullshit after bullshit. Talking about is this a futon? I'm about to be over here whenever my wife act up. Didn't come back. No. It's just like false hope after false hope. And I'm not going to keep on getting my hopes up, especially not with no grown-ass man who signed my birth certificate as my father. Now, I don't understand how people can hold strangers accountable. People who have no blood relation, but not their own family that they were literally born into. You know, back like in slavery times when they literally separated the families and the tribes and mixed them all together. That happened for a reason. We were divided. Africa, and it's still sort of, countries in Africa are in competition with each other. And it's like there are certain tribes that are in smooth competition with each other and think more or less of than the other. And it's like, no. we need to still be able to know what roles we play mixed up together. That's how the human body works. It's not this function over here at this part of this body. No, it's like the function is the whole entire body itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, we have our tribes and we have our certain ways of life and living. But that doesn't mean that we cannot work together. Do you understand? You may be born into a family where you may not click because that's literally, that's not your tribe from centuries ago, or you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you're going to have to learn how to work together so that way it can expand out further. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't, the shit's already happened. We're already mixed up. So the best thing that we can do is just come together and help each other. Like I said, why hold a stranger accountable Why hold someone that you never met a day in your life accountable, but because you're working together, making money together, you want to hold them accountable, but not your own family, not your family that you were born into? That just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me how you could want to form a relationship with people and then fight and fuss with them and argue with them and beat the fuck up out of them and still want to be their friend and not do that with your own family? No, absolutely not. I'm not going for that, which is why I said I'm not trauma bonding no more. Fuck a friend. I'm going to focus on myself, and I'm going to focus on healing and helping my family to heal, because coming from a healed point of view, there's no reason for me. Joey Badass said, if you want to change the world, you have to change yourself. From my healed point of view, from a healed point of view, from mine, when you have healed from your family trauma because you processed the emotions and the traumas and now you understand them, you're not going to sit up there and create new things when you have old things that are broken and need fixing. You understand that? When you have old things that need fixing, that are broken, you should take care of those first so that when you do start to create new creations again, you ain't got to worry about broken old things. Period. They're fixed. You don't have to worry about that anymore. So you can go and create a new family and a new life, which is why I said majority of the people in this world have created trauma bonds from their family they were born into, and has ended up, unfortunately, creating more problems, more villages broken, more broken homes, more single parents, more children without parents. Like, because we haven't fully processed and understood our trauma and why it happened in the first place and how to prevent it. So, yeah, calling out my dad. Because, like I said, as a humanitarian, as someone who wants to help other people's families, you should want to help your own too. So, yeah, this is the end of this video. I am going to have a part 3 of this video too, simply because I want to read through and post the last kind of interaction that we had online, because I did go and see my dad twice last year. I wanted to see him twice, or just wanted to see him, period. I went over his house for my birthday. He didn't answer the door. I ended up going back over there early November. Saw him outside. We ended up giving each other a hug. And I told him that I loved him, and he said that I can come over. I just had to act accordingly. But at the end of the day, like, that's bullshit, you know, and I'm tired of him telling me that, honestly. And he did have me blocked on most of my social medias, and he did block my phone number. So I was kind of expecting him to reach out to me after our last, you know, face-to-face interaction, which was early November of last year, but he didn't. And I ended up seeing his Instagram page being recommended to me, and I got triggered because I was looking at his pictures and his captions, and he was just very boastful. And I was commenting on his pictures, ended up sending him a DM about narcissists pretending to heal. So, yeah, I'm gonna post that conversation, and then for the most part, I think that I will be done unless I have like a 4th video concluding everything. But you guys get the point, obviously. Let's focus on our immediate families. You know what I'm saying? Let's focus on our immediate families. Like, it's going to be easy. It's always easy to run and find something new and fun and find temporary pleasure. That's easy to do, to move to a different state, to disown your family, to create your own family, not even knowing how to have a healthy family because you never had one. So it's like, yeah, that's why I'm making these videos, so that I can help humans understand the reason why we're living in this world where there's a lot of division and not really much unity, because we have never really known how to have a healthy family with our immediate family. That's like trying to love on someone and you don't love yourself. How can you have a healthy family with someone who came from an unhealthy family? You came from an unhealthy family. Like, come on now. Like, it's going to be very hard, you know? But, you know, and that's another thing. Like, I love to be in relationships. So that's why I'm trying to work on the healing of my family, because I want to have a healthy relationship with my husband. I want to have a healthy relationship with a friend, if they want to be friends with me, and if they want to support me through my healing journey with helping my family heal. Because once you help your immediate family heal, then your immediate family can help their friends. And then your immediate family's friends can help their family. Do you understand? And then it's just going to be a ripple effect of beautifulness, blissness, healthiness, and therapy and loveliness. So yeah, part 3 coming soon. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, I love y'all.